name's RC and thank you for stopping by. So one of my good buddies at the field, Michael, said, "Oh, I saw your recent unboxing. I've got an airplane I wouldn't mind having an unboxing video made of, a Viper 90mm by FMS. How about I shoot you the box, do the unboxing, and then return the airplane to me?" So I thought, can't pass up a deal like that. So what do you say? Let's get to it. Again, as with most of my unboxings, I haven't seen the inside of this at all, so what you see is exactly what I see. So expect a few bumbles and a few script errors, but not a big worry. I'm not too fussed by it, and I hope you aren't either. Let's get to it. Alright, ooh, nice colorful box inside. There we go. And the text on the outside of the box looks like some form of kanji. Probably Chinese lettering, right? Because the factories are in China, as we know. Let's get her out of there carefully, huh? Might flip that towards me. It's like this is the PNP version. Taking extra special care with this one because I don't want to accidentally damage anything. I never want to damage anything, but you know, when it's somebody else's airplane, I'm much more careful than I normally would be. That out of the way. Oh wow, this looks awesome. But good news or bad news, I can't read the outside of the box. That's probably good news for the video content because we'll get right to the unboxing then. Get to it. Alright, so we've got two pieces and some void space, but I can't tell if there's hardware above or below the void. I guess there's one way to find out. This is definitely the top of the box. Top of the kit. Hey, the hardware looks great. It looks just like my E-Flight Corsair that I did the other day. As well it should, right? Because they, as I understand it, E-Flight and FMS come from the same factory. Put that aside with great care. Oh, wow. Very nice inside. And we'll show you what I see. There we go. Really typical finish, very nice finish. When I say typical, I mean typical of FMS and typical of, you know, Flightline, Freewing. Very, very nice paint over the foam. So it's difficult to see the texture of the foam unless you look quite closely at it. This looks like it's a two-piece styrofoam to help maintain or retain everything. One, two, and one more down this end. I might just slice this bottom layer open now, so I don't have to later. So the two layer I'm talking about, you've got your first and then your second layer, right? Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, so, ooh, it's quite heavy. Significant weight to that wing. Feels solid, well built. We've got some LEDs on the end. It looks like there are going to be some wing tips, maybe winglets even, that have to go on the outside of it. I would go with that. You've got one instead of wires that you have to plug into the wing. Those are nice and solid. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3. Just looks like a typical servo connector right there. And you've got your retract with your wheel recessed, and it comes partway out of the wing. So I'm sure that's got on the fuselage some type of wheel well. Here's the second wing. Same idea. Very nice. Have a look at the scale detail on those wheels. Very nice. They are plastic, but that's okay. And again, you've got your 1, 2, 3 servos set up there. Plugs for your servos. So what would those be? One would be your retract. One would have to be aileron, one would have to be flap. I wonder how they do the LED. The power must come off one of the other servos to get the LED power in there. Right? Oh, well, the retracts, would they be E-retracts? They would. But you still have to plug them in, don't you? Yeah, one must be retract, one must be flap, one must be aileron. Yeah, and they must pull the power off the one of the systems for the LEDs. They must. Alright, now I don't want to run into any issues here, so what I might do is put out a chamois, lay that wing out on the chamois. Alright. Ooh. Have a go at the tail. Look at that. How are those decals? This thing looks fast just sitting in my hand, doesn't it? Okay. So here we've got our dual elevator. So you've got dual servos for your elevators on the Viper 90. And that's looks like a ball link connector on the clevis. So very nice. I won't actuate any of those. I'll put this on the desk, on the workbench. I think I'm rapidly going to run out of room though. 1, 2, and I've got my rudder and vertical fin set up. And there you go. She plugs in. She must plug in really tight. And that looks like it's just going to be held on with a couple of screws. And again, it's a ball link and a clevis on your control horn. There we go. Let's get into the bottom layer. I flip these back. 1, 2, 3. What a beauty. So down here I've got the nose cone, bag of screws inside the nose cone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws, so odd number, so hopefully some spares are in there. Very sharp looking nose cone. Get the knife out of the way. Okay, yeah, here I've got my winglets. Definitely winglets on there. You've got the clear window for the LED, that's going to look sharp on the wing. Okay. What do I have over here? Ooh, I've got something else. These might be your vertical fins that come down underneath the fuse. Like that, just for stability. Extra stabilizers. That would be for stability in yaw, right? What do we call that? Normal axis, vertical axis is the yaw stability, but the motion is lateral. Would that be lateral stability? I'd have to look up my, my books again. My theory books. Well, there's no help for me. This one, that manual is entirely in, I believe it's Chinese. Completely Chinese. So I wonder where Michael got this from. I'm sure China. Yeah. I'm going to have to ask him what website he buys off of, because if you get a better deal, I'm sure you can get the instruction manual downloaded somewhere else, right? An English version of the instruction manual if the product is the same. It looks like there are a couple of bars here, so I've got one carbon reinforcer, that's probably for the wings, and then it's on the outside there's another reinforcer. It also feels like carbon, but I'm not sure if it's carbon or not, the white one. Okay, we'll put that down, and then let's have a look at the fuse. Oh, look at that! How gorgeous, eh? Isn't that beautiful? The Viper. Very, very solid, sturdy, well-built construction. You've got your plugs there, of course, where the solid servo plugs come in. And it looks like that would be the larger diameter rod, so the white rod would go through there. And I can't see, it feels, yeah, there's a smaller hole there, so the smaller hole must go through there. So you have double spar, double reinforcement on those wings coming out on each side. Your rudder and elevator plugs are right where you need them to be. They're taped down, so pretty solid. You can also, it looks like you can access your ESC plugs right there. All right, so if you're having any issues, I haven't seen the motor yet. You guys can see it. I'll have a look through the intake there. Oh boy, big. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like a 12-blade fan. So that's going to sound beautiful. We look at it from the front. You got a big intake here on the right and on the left side. Let's see if there are any cheater holes. No cheater holes. So if you're not getting enough airflow through there, I'm sure you could do something about it. Put some cheater holes in. But I suspect that the way they built it is probably how it needs to be built. There's an access panel right there, so you can access your EDF unit, which is very nice. I have a nice convenient one pre-cut. Looks like there's an LED below, and my nose gear, so we have a tricycle landing gear setup. I also have a ventilation hole, it looks like, right over there, so that'll be to cool down your ESC by the looks of it. Now the A10, we're going to have a torch and have a look in there. Torch is Aussie for flashlight. The A10, the Freewing A10, they put the ESC inside the intake, right, just before the EDF fans, and that actually cools down the ESC significantly, so you don't need any extra cooling. I'm just going to have a look down there to see if they've done the same thing with this one. Yeah, I want to be very careful and not cause any damage with this, because Michael has very generously entrusted me with this plane, just so I could do an unboxing, so I don't want to do too much to it. Yeah, it looks like the ESC, there's a vent. Aha, there's a vent with 8 holes in it, and significantly sized holes to help cool that ESC. So you're going to get cooling inside, airflow inside as well as outside. Let's have a look inside the airframe. Take the cockpit off, and I really like the detail on that cockpit too. The pilot still looks Russian. Here, let's have a look, but that's okay, especially if you're Russian. That's not too bad. You see that? Really good detail. Glass cockpit inside, even on the back, glass cockpit, and they've swapped the decals around from one cockpit to the other, so it doesn't look like it's just a carbon copy, which is interesting. There it is. Okay, put that aside. And we'll have a look inside. All right, here we go. Let me just turn this around and see what we're seeing. I'll see what you're seeing, so I'll make sure I get it right. There we go. All right, so we've got, it looks like a ply battery tray. I've got the XT90, as of course you're going to need, because I'm sure you're running 6S on this. I'm not sure if you'd be running 8S. Now, unfortunately, I can't read what's on the box, so I don't know how big the ESC is or what kind of ESC you're running with this, but I'll do a bit of research and I'll put a link in the description as to what hardware we're running. Definitely running a 90mm 12 blade fan. And the receiver that comes supplied in here, it said it was the PNP version, but it must be bind and fly, unless this is a stabilizer, because it's that orange thing. It's the same color stabilizer that I've got in that FMS Pit Special. So, let's see what it is. Yeah, oh, it's a Reflex V2 stabilizer, that's all it is. So there's your stabilizer. So, yeah, PNP, you're still going to need to get your own receiver and put it in there. And what have I got here? I've got throttle, elevator, aileron, rudder, and what's this? SBU PPM mode. Anybody know what that means? SBU PPM mode. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to have to look that up. Here I've got gear, so undercarriage, and looks like a Y harness that's harnessed into something. So lights, so you're going to have to supply your own power source for lights. And I got another one, hopefully that's lights as well, unlabeled. Lots of stuff going on in there. If it were my model, I would probably have a lot of fun figuring all these different things out, but it's not. So that's as far as I'm going to take it on this unboxing today, because again, I want to return it to Michael in the condition I received it, so I'm not going to play around too much. One other thing I did notice here, so your straps do have the D buckle on them, the plastic buckle, as opposed to being those pass-through straps, which is what you get with the Corsair. So I like these ones with the buckle a bit better than the pass-through ones. And they also do supply you with pre-installed Velcro. I don't know if you can see that there. They've got top and bottom Velcro for your battery. And the tray looks like it could easily take quite a large 6S battery. So I'm guessing 90mm fan, yeah, 6S is what you're going to be running this on. And I don't know if they're going up to 8S yet, but I wouldn't risk that without finding out how many amps that ESC is, because that's a significant amount of power going through if you're running an 8S. So, there she is. Let's pop that back in the box and wrap it up for today. Beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed that unboxing. I hope you get a little bit of information as to whether you would like to buy one of these Vipers, FMS Viper 90 millimeters. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're interested, if you're not interested, if you like the unboxing, if you have any suggestions. So next time you're out there flying, I hope you have a great time. And thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe if you like the video. Share it around. I can always use your help growing the channel. And that'll be that. All the best to you. See you next time.